Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Amplify Your Business. I am joined today with Jenny from NextGen, and Jenny is here to talk a little bit about the winners of their March MEAET presented by RBC competition that happened. And so for those of you who didn't tune in to a previous episode that we recorded at the beginning of March, I guess it was, we were introducing the program and this competition or contest where businesses had the opportunity to win some money that they could then apply to their businesses as they're growing through COVID in these crazy times. And so welcome back to the show, Jenny. Can you tell us a little bit about NextGen? And again, just give us a recap on what March MEAET is all about, and then introduce your contest winners.
For sure. Thanks so much for having us again. So Edmonton's NextGen is a nonprofit society in Edmonton. We used to be with the city of Edmonton for 15 years, and we've recently moved into the community. And we do lots of different events and initiatives for that younger demographic in Edmonton, around that 18 to 40-year-old demographic. One of our signature events is our MEAET events. So they're microfunding events that we normally hold in person, but we shifted it to an online environment just due to the circumstances that we're in right now. So we hosted a March MEAET event, which had a microfunding contest that was sponsored by RBC, along with different weekly EAT giveaways. So the video contest, we had it open to any local Edmonton business to submit a video and show why they would like the funds for their business. So we were very excited. We received 16 video entries from all different kinds of businesses, from food to shopping to fitness to everything in between. So we had 2 weeks of submissions, and then we had 2 weeks in March where any individual in Edmonton or Metro Edmonton could vote for their favorite business. So we received over 2,600 eligible votes, which was very exciting. Yeah. So a lot of votes within the 2-week time. Individuals voted for all the different 16 businesses. And then we're able to tally the top 2 businesses that actually received a prize fund from RBC. So today we have Julie from Majesty and Friends, who received first place with $2,500 from RBC. And then Alex from Golomein Noodle House, who received second place and $1,000 from RBC. So we're very excited for both their businesses and to see what they're going to do with the money.
Yeah, this is so exciting. So that was a great turnout then on the voters side of things. So well done, Edmonton. I'm glad that we were able to get a lot of interest around this event, as well as obviously for all the businesses that were involved. And so, Julie, I guess we'll start with you since you were the first place winner. Tell us a little bit about your business. And then also, I'm really curious about this, what motivated you to put in this video entry. So tell us first about the business, though.
Yeah, so we're Majesty and Friends, and we have a little teeny tiny store over in the Highlands neighborhood of Edmonton, and we've been here for 4 years. And it's been great. We love the neighborhood, we love the people, we love all the makers that we work with. It's truly my dream job.
Excellent. And so what kind of product then do you stock in your store then?
Well, we focus primarily on small businesses, but on local handmade makers. We have a lot of Alberta makers in the store, but we do have some from all over Canada. And everything is amazing and beautiful giftware. So
really good. And you were telling me before we started that I think you said around 150 different makers supply your store then, right?
It's pretty packed full in here.
And I also heard that you are thinking about moving to another location. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's really exciting to be able to do this. We've outgrown the store. Because of how Edmontonians have supported us over the pandemic, we realized, hey, we can sell online, but wait a minute, that means we need a shipping station. We need a place to store boxes. Mm-hmm. What are we going to do? We need a place to pack everything. And this store is so small, 400 square feet. It's as big as my first apartment. So we needed a solution, and we thought, you know what, we're just going to go bigger than we thought. And Manchester Square is an amazing new location for us. So.
Yeah, what a cool location that is. And it's going to be just a great little community of small businesses that are going to be in there. So that's going to be a really fantastic place to hang your shingle, I would imagine.
Yeah, well, I mean, shingles are expensive, so that's why we entered the contest.
So when are you moving into this new location?
So it'll actually be our second location. We're definitely not leaving Highlands, so don't get
Oh,
scared.
excellent.
We're hoping to open in June.
Really cool.
So
Okay. Well, thank you for that. And so what are you going to do with the money then?
the money that we won, courtesy of NextGen and RBC, that will definitely help us with construction costs.
Yeah.
It was a dream to be able to win any kind of funding for the project. So coincidentally, that was the exact quote that our accessible bathroom was from our contractor. So you guys get to give us a bathroom.
That is so crazy that it's the exact same amount of money. So it was like it was meant to be, I guess.
Absolutely.
Okay, so moving on to Alex then. So second place, Alex, you entered your video. Tell us a little bit about your business then. What is it that you guys do over at the Noodle House?
So over at our Noodle House, we're Golomein Noodle House. We operate out of the Bountiful Farmers Market on the south side, 36th Ave, 97th Street. If you haven't been to this market yet, it's the biggest market in Edmonton, 3-day market, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we specialize in Brunei style noodle dishes. So it's a very unique style dishes that are actually all family recipes from my dad. So my dad originally, in order to help support his family when he was young, he got a job at a noodle hawker stand back in 1963. So he kind of refined all these recipes over the last 55 years. I'm the youngest son. We started this business about 7 years ago. I pitched the idea to him and said, hey, let's start a business. We started cooking at a home. We ended up selling at farmers markets, grew from there, sold at, then we got a commercial kitchen. We opened up another brick and mortar shop. We ended up closing that one, and now we moved over to the Bountiful Market. So we've had a little bit of a history with Edmonton here. We mainly focus on frozen meals. We do a lot of frozen meals, and that's kind of been what we're known for is our frozen noodle dinners. So it's a heat and eat meal. It's a very distinct packaging. It's wrapped up in a freezer paper. I wish I had one to show you here, but I don't have one here. But we specialize in those, and we do a lot of deliveries as well as dine-in options at the market here. So it's
sorry, I was just going to ask, so with the market only being open 3 days, does that mean people can only order your stuff over those 3 days, or do you deliver throughout the rest of the week?
So during the 3 days, we offer a fresh menu. So you have a full fresh menu. You can come to the market, and normally there's seating here. Right now with the restrictions, there's no seating, but it's all takeout, and you can order through Skip the Dishes. During the week, you can order frozen, and we'll do deliveries of our frozen products. So we're famous for our barbecue pork. We have like barbecue pork products as well as noodle products. We also sell through Uproot Collective. We do we sell through them. So you can offer, so for other cities and also during the week, you can pick up our frozen products there as well. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. And so turning back to you, Julie, I'm just really intrigued by the growth through the pandemic. And so to take on now a second location, tell us your secret to your success. How is it that you were able to do so well through what has been a really challenging time for most retailers?
The only reason that we've done well is because Edmonton has supported us. The very beginning of the pandemic, when we went strictly online, we were delivering, and it was really interesting to see where we were delivering to. Tons for the south side, lots on the east side, north side, west side. We had to hire extra delivery people because of all the support. And I thought, how do people on the south side know about us? We're just this little store on the north side, but Instagram, social media, word of mouth, it's meant everything to us.
Yeah, it's so powerful, right? The medium of today is so different than what it was before. And so as businesses start to really leverage it, your audience, it doesn't really matter where they're at anymore. It used to be all about proximity, especially for local little shops. But now, yeah, citywide and potentially way beyond that when you get into the online ordering and shipping and so on.
Yep, I had no idea that we were so visible in Edmonton.
Yeah.
And our new location is going to be at Manchester Square. If you haven't been, it's a great place to take pictures, and it's beautiful. Yeah. And it's not going to be just a retail store. We're also going to have extra space. It has a 1,000-foot square loft, and we can have full craft shows there. We can have pop-ups. We can give chances to other makers who don't have a retail location. And that's why it's so exciting to be part of a community like this.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds really great. Maybe one of those when we can get all together in the not too distant future, hopefully, maybe there'll be a need for some catering of some great Korean noodle dishes then or something.
Oh, absolutely.
So Alex, in terms of your business, then how has the pandemic impacted you guys? Have you been able to pivot the business online? Obviously, you're doing lots of skip the dishes orders. It sounds like. Tell us a little bit about the success that you've had over the last few months.
So the pandemic initially really impacted us. Right before the pandemic is when we moved from our old brick and mortar to the Bountiful market. So we had about one good month in the market, and then we saw our sales drop 50%, and then a week after 50% again. We actually thought we were going to close our doors. We were on the verge of just like weighing out our options. Like our background here, you can see we've got a bunch of people working behind us. But we were actually quite scared that we were going to have to close our doors after about 6-7 years of running business, just because everything was really rough. From there, after the government kind of helped us with a little bit of a cash flow loan, that $40,000 loan, we did qualify for it, and that did help our cash flow operations, and it gave us the breathing room to actually pivot to go online. So we really started ramping up our online deliveries, and we noticed, and we also focused on. We realized that because nobody's coming to the markets anymore, everybody's eyes were focused somewhere else, and we realized where they were focusing was their phones. So we're like, okay, if everyone's on their phone, we got to go create some good content. So if you go back to like beginning of the pandemic, we started creating a lot of fun, more fun content. We started doing giveaways, and we just started really ramping that up and just giving us a more online presence. And it was a lot of fun. We got to create some funny videos and a lot of silly, little bring our character out to the world type of thing. So that's kind of neat. And from there, we managed to allow us to weather the storm, kind of the initial, and then the market slowly picked back up. And like even now, they're a lot busier now. But yeah, the online was a big one. And then also just kind of weathering the storm type of thing. Yeah. And it was amazing to see like people wanting to support us. Like people just wanted to get our products, but they didn't know how. So we just gave them an outlet to get it to them. Yeah.
Excellent. And so what social channels then are you posting actively on then? Is it Instagram? Is it TikTok? You're talking about fun videos. Where are you posting?
Mainly Instagram. We did start a TikTok, but it's just, I don't know, we feel like we're kind of old dogs and we don't really know how to use TikTok that well. Still trying to learn. So we're trying to learn that. About Instagram, we definitely been making a lot of funny videos, and we did a lot of trying to bring our personality out to play, just kind of try to display the family and all that, right?
Yeah. So if people wanted to check out some of these videos, then what would be the Instagram handle they should be searching for?
It's at Golomein. So at Golomein. So that's our handle. And then you'll find us there. That's the best way to find us. Yeah.
Okay. And how about you, Julie? Is it what's your handle over on Instagram and any other channels?
Majesty and Friends, Instagram and Facebook. We are on TikTok, but again, I feel so old on TikTok.
Don't know what we're doing there.
Yeah.
You have to know how to dance. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's definitely dancing helps, but it's definitely not a prerequisite for success on TikTok either, though. So yeah, definitely continue to explore and try those out, because as you've seen already with Instagram and taking that shift, and really trying to grow and stretch yourself to do something different in those platforms, it's paying dividends for you. So TikTok will definitely help out as well. That would be my marketing recommendation for you today. That's for sure, as a marketing company. So Jenny, today the theme has really been about local businesses and local support. I mean, it's we're hearing this theme over and over and over again, where these two successful winners are having successful businesses that are built on the local support, and have just been really thrilled with the support that the community has given them through this, but then also through the pandemic as well. And I know, just circling back to NextGen, I mean, this is a big part of your guys' mandate as well. in terms of supporting local businesses and local arts and local culture and so on. Did you want to say anything else about some of the other things that NextGen is doing and what we can look forward to seeing over the next few months?
Definitely. So, yeah, we definitely want to provide that platform for businesses and organizations and societies to really be able to share their voice. So, this was such a great opportunity with March MEAET, and we look forward to working with all the different businesses that provided entries as well in the future, because it's a great way to develop those relationships and tie in the different businesses to other events and initiatives we run in the future. So, we're very excited. Coming up for NextGen, next on sort of the ticket is we're going to be doing a web series on home buying. So learning a little bit about buying your first home, whether you currently have a home and you're looking at potentially upgrading, along with just some information about working with the realtors. So we're shifting again to the online platform, but doing a bit more of an educational professional development series. So that will be coming up shortly in May. And then in June, we're going to be running one of our Pechakucha night events, which is very exciting, where individuals get to speak about different topics, 20 seconds per slide, and then 20 slides. So we'll definitely have a more digital context to that as well, based off of where we are in the world at that time, as well as looking at how we can partner with other businesses for NextGen month in June. So usually with NextGen month in June, we have lots of different events and initiatives across the city. And this year will definitely be a bit more creative of how we can link in what's happening in the virtual and in-person environment for June with different businesses and organizations around that 18 to 40-year-old demographic.
Yeah, really exciting. And I know the real estate one, you're going to get a lot of interest on that one, just with so many people looking for homes or looking to sell their homes. It's such a heated market right now that this would be the right time to be offering some tips and some advice on how to navigate through that, because there's, it's crazy out there with the multiple offerings and the prices, people selling above list and everything else. So it reminds me of a few years ago when things were so hot as well, which still just kind of boggles my mind. And here we are in a pandemic, and we're hearing great success stories with small businesses. The real estate market is hot. It's wonderful to see so much excitement and enthusiasm and basically, people just looking forward with a real positive outlook on things. And so it's really nice to see you guys supporting that initiative or that movement as well. So lots of positivity here today. So thank you so much. I really appreciate both of our guests here, or the winners, for sharing a little bit about their businesses. I'm going to turn it back to you, Jenny, just to let everybody know how to reach out to NextGen or where to follow NextGen, and then we'll say goodbye.
For sure. So NextGen's on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at EDM NextGen. As well, you can go to edmontonnextgen.ca. But if any business or organization wants to partner in any way with NextGen, definitely reach out to us at hello@edmontonnextgen.ca, because we're always looking for different opportunities to engage with the community and to amplify what's already being done too. So we're looking and waiting for people to reach out, and we'll see what happens for the rest of the year.
Awesome. Thank you, Jenny. And thank you, Julie and Alex. And for everybody who's watching, make sure you go down and check out all the businesses that are down at Bountiful Farmers Market. Say hi to Alex down there and get yourself some noodles. And then also check out Julie's 2 stores, or soon to be 2 stores, and also support some of those other businesses that are going to be in Manchester as well, because Manchester Square area is going to be just hopping with lots of small local businesses. So thank you all of you for taking some time out of your busy day to pop by and say hi and explain a little bit about your businesses. And thank you, Edmonton, for supporting these wonderful businesses. And thank you, RBC, for sponsoring this great initiative. This is fantastic. Have a great day, everybody. And anybody who's listening who wants to check out some of our archives and check out the first episode that we did with NextGen, talking a little bit more about some of the programs and stuff over there, check out our archives over at amplimedia.com/amplify. And you'll see past episodes as well as all the future ones there. So take care, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and good luck with the rest of the spring here.